You've heard the whispers. I don't charge sales tax, so I don't have to pay it. I'm a service-based business, so I'm exempt. Only big businesses deal with that stuff. Yikes. These are myths I hear all the time in the photography world, and believing them could cost you big time in fines, back taxes, and a whole lot of stress. So today we're busting the top 5 sales tax myths photographers believe and replacing them with the truth so you can stay confident and compliant. Hi, friend. I'm Heather, a wedding and senior photographer based in Pennsylvania, and welcome to part 4 of my sales tax series for photographers. If you missed the first 3 parts, we covered what sales tax actually applies to, how to know if you need to charge it, and how to legally collect and pay it. You can find all of these down in the description so you can catch up. Today, we're clearing up the confusion that's floating around Facebook groups, DMs, and secondhand advice so you don't make mistakes based on someone else's bad info. And this whole series is brought to you by my course, Make Taxes Suck Less, a guide made just for photographers who want real answers without drowning in legal jargon. Now, let's bust some myths. Myth number 1 is if I don't charge sales tax, I don't have to pay it. This is probably the number 1 myth that I hear. This is false, false, false. If your products or services are taxable in your state, you're still responsible for the tax even if you don't add it to the invoice. That means you have to pay it out of your own pocket later. So if you charge $2,000 for a wedding album and forgot to include 6% sales tax, you're not off the hook. You still owe the state $120 and it comes out of your profit. The myth number 2 is photography is a service, so it's exempt. Now, this one depends. In some states, yes, photography is considered a service and isn't taxed. But in many others, anything that involves a deliverable like digitals, prints, albums, or a gallery makes it taxable. Even in service states, you might owe sales tax if you deliver any tangible or digital product. You can't assume you need to check your state's rules. Myth number 3 is sales tax only applies to physical products. Nope, that's also a myth. Digital goods like online galleries, USBs, download links, or retouch files are all taxable in some states. If your client can walk away with it, the state may treat it like a product even if you delivered it online. This is one of the easiest ones to miss because it feels like you're just sending an email, but that email might come with tax responsibilities. Myth number 4 is I only do a few shoots a year, so I don't need to register. Wrong again. Sales tax isn't about volume, it's about what you sell and where. If you're selling taxable services or products, even if it's just 3 or 4 a year, you still need to register for a license and report your sales. And many states require you to file even if you made $0 that quarter. And the last myth we're going to go over today is no one will notice if I skip it. Maybe not today, maybe not next month, but if you ever get audited or a competitor or client reports you, they will absolutely notice. States can audit back several years and you could owe everything you skipped plus penalties and interest. Don't risk it. It's just not worth the stress. Now, let's be real. Most photographers don't set out to break tax laws. They're just unsure and overwhelmed, and no one taught them what's right. That's why I made this series and my course, Make Taxes Suck Less, to give you answers that make sense without making your head spin. If you've already watched all 4 parts of this series, you're ahead of most photographers. If you got questions about your state or setup, drop them in the comments and I'll point you in the right direction. And if you're ready for someone to hold your hand through taxes from start to finish, check out the course. You won't regret it. Now, let me know in the comments which myth surprised you the most. Comment that below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and send this series to your photographer friends. Let's make taxes suck less together. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.